Good morning. In this week's work, I utilized the ProQuest historical newspaper database. In using this, I focused on a rather narrow search of Hessians in the American Revolution, Germans in the American Revolution. A secondary search of keywords utilized the word raw. That was not productive. However, when I added his given name of Johann Gottlieb Brawl, I came up with a plethora of various articles that were useful to review. What became evident in the search of the use of the word Hessians is the pejorative interpretation of the word Hessian. It was used in a derogatory way and continues to be used in a derogatory way to describe not just national movements, but an association with World War II and Hitler during the time period of World War II, and then even up until current times. It's unfortunate, not surprising given the negative sustained connotation of the word Hessian, particularly in New England and the mid-Atlantic states, primarily Pennsylvania and Virginia. Celebrants of the American Revolution and military reenactors appear throughout the database, so a lot of the articles are relative to those reenactments and celebrations of the American defeats of the British and the German soldiers, uniformly referred to as Hessians in almost all of the articles. As is typical, patience is required when you're searching the databases. If you are patient, you will find some gems. I found some references to some primary sources that had previously been unknown to me. These are primarily journals of German-speaking soldiers during the war. A previously known article to me by Dennis Showalter was in the collection. Dennis is a good friend to those of us at Norwich University, a very renowned scholar. Unfortunately, he just recently passed away, but he had great contributions across the spectrum of history and in this subject in particular. Couple useful tips about the database. They do allow you to review full text, partial text, and abstracts, which is a nice feature. It allows you to dig into whether the information contained within the articles is going to be useful without having to read the entirety of the articles themselves. Another feature of the database is the ability to go ahead and select your citation style. And I do have some questions regarding that. I think there's some inconsistencies with Turabian as to how they show. I need to flesh that out and make sure that I truly understand that they're being displayed properly, but that is a feature that is inherent in the program. A cautionary tale when going through searches like this is to avoid those things that are personally of interest to you, that may not necessarily be germane to your argument or support your argument. I came across two that referenced the United States Marine Corps. Being retired Marines, it was of personal interest to me, but I had to quickly realize that they were not part of my argument, not part of my dissertation. So interesting reading. I've included them in my sources here just for a look. However, be cautious as you're approaching that, and then not just lump those in. You can waste a lot of time, go down a lot of bunny trails in not being discerning in what you select. Generally, newspaper articles are not going to give you great epiphanies in your research. However, they will provide opportunities and new paths if you can go ahead and pick out some of those key items that might lead you to other sources. I hope you enjoy this and look forward to the discussion. Thank you.